Okay, so welcome to our notes for Monday or Tuesday, I guess, depending on which group you're in, West or Miller. So West kids on on Friday, we went through these standard form notes, right? For fourth period, we did standard form notes. We talked about changing from standard form into slope-intercept form, okay? And then fourth period, which I know, okay, I promise you we'll play Among Us next week sometime, okay, promise. For fourth period, we took extra notes where we practiced converting between slope-intercept, point slope, and standard form. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to slowly scan this page. So fourth period, you don't have to do this part. You've already done this. I repeat, fourth period. You already did this part. You do not have to do this part today. Fifth period, however, we played Among Us. So you guys need to pause and copy this down. So the first thing we did was point slope to slope intercept. So go ahead and pause, copy down that section. And then we did practicing standard form to slope intercept. So we took standard form and we subtracted the 5x and we snuck it in there between the 30 and then we divided and we got slope intercept form. Pause, copy this down. And then we also did slope intercept to standard form. So we have all sorts of fun stuff happening here, right? So we did slope intercept to standard, we did point slope to, pause, copy this down. And then we also did, so these three things we have done. Now what we're going to do, okay, so once fifth period has this all copied, go ahead and get out your work that I gave you guys, that worksheet. Let me grab a couple. I want to make sure that you guys can know how to do each of these types of problems so you can finish this today. All right, so this is what your worksheet looks like that I get passed out before you guys left, okay? I know fourth period you guys had a couple seconds to get started on it, but then I ran and got bagels, so I wasn't there to help you guys do any of these, and then fifth period I for real just gave them to you and told you to put them away. So everybody's at the same point for this. So let's look at problem 1. It says write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to copy this over here. I know I gave you this paper, but then I realized since I want you guys to do all of these, like all 12 of these, it's not going to fit on this paper. So you don't need to, you can keep it if you want to do the riddle down here, but you don't have to keep this. So anyway, put this aside. And then now let's work on problem 1 together. Okay, so problem 1, partner A, we are writing the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So I have negative 3, 11 as an ordered pair, and I also have the slope of negative 2. So in order to do slope-intercept form, I kind of need a slope in the y-intercept. I have a slope, I don't have y-intercept. So for this problem, I have to go from point slope to slope-intercept. Okay, so I'm going to write my point slope formula, y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. Then I'm going to put these values into this. So I've got y minus 11 equals negative 2 times the quantity x. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump to the, next step where the minus and negative, so this gives me positive 3. Okay, because this would be x minus negative 3, so I know it's going to be positive. So I have point slope. Now remember, this is where we convert into slope-intercept form. So I've got y minus 11 equals negative 2x minus 6. I have to add 11 to both sides. And now I've got y equals negative 2x plus 5. So there's my slope-intercept for number 1. Okay. Question number 2 requires a little bit more work because I don't have the slope even. So when I look down here now on partner A, set 1, partner A, now I'm going to go and do question 2. First I have to find the slope, right? So I'm going to use my slope formula. Let's first write these ordered pairs, 5, 2, and 10, 4. So now I'm going to write my slope formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to have 4 minus 2 over 10 minus 5. So my slope is 2/5. Beautiful. But I still don't have a y-intercept, right? So I'm going to have to use point slope form. Now I have my slope, and I can use either point. You guys know I'm going to use this one because it's the first one given. So I'm going to have y minus 2 equals 2/5 times the quantity x minus 5. Okay, so in order to do this, I have to just distribute the 2/5, right? So I'm going to get y minus 2 equals 2/5 x, and then 2/5 of 5, so 2 times 5 is 10, divided by 5 is 2, so I'm going to get 2/5 divided by 5 is minus 2, right? That would be 2/5 of 5. Okay, so now I have to add 2 to both sides. Y equals 2/5 x, and that's going to be it. That's going to be my whole slope-intercept form. I don't need to put plus 0, right? Pretty happy about that. So there's number 2. And then number 3 would be exactly like number 2. Solve like number 2. And so then that's problems 1, 2, and 3. And then if you were to go over here for the EAT, you're going to solve these exactly like you just did problems 1, 2, and 3. You have to find the slope, put it in point slope form, put it in slope intercept form. Find the slope, put it in point slope form, and then convert it to slope intercept form. This one you have the slope just like number 1, but you still have to use point slope form and then put it into slope intercept form. Okay, and then your goal is, of course, that the answer to number 1 matches one of these answers. The answer to number 2 matches one of these answers, and the answer to number 3 matches one of these answers. Okay, so then let's look down here at the next section, and this is just finding slope, right? Find the slope between these 2 points. So you're just going to use the slope formula, and that's it. So yeah, these first 6 might seem a little bit overwhelming, like that's a lot of work, but these are really easy, right? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, okay? And again, the slopes over here should match the slopes over here. L might match 4, L might match 5, L might match 6. Whatever happens, happens, okay? And then like I said, you should stop right here. We'll do these together on Tuesday when I see you. And we haven't even talked about these types, okay? So that's your work. Hopefully, 5th period, hope it was worth it playing Among Us. You just had a couple more notes to copy down. Everybody else needs to do these problems, and then I will see you tomorrow. All right, thank you. Hope you had a good Halloween.